Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news and technicals. I'm your host Martin, and this episode, what are we at tonight? 412, I think, 411? It's 411 tonight, 411, yeah, we'll call it that. If you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching it, it's going to be a technical analysis for crypto. If you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We want to know what you're thinking. Also, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, join us on the Discord or on Twitter. Links are in the description. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hi, man. Thank you for being here. Buenas noches. And Steve, market's still red hot? Yeah, market's still interesting, right? There's some stuff that has happened. And it played out more or less as we were expecting them to play out. So, yeah, I'm okay with the market, dude. I'm happy with the market, the way it's moving. Finishing setting up the stream here real quick. And then just sending out the alerts that I'm live and I'll be done. So, while you do that, those little things that are going to pop up here on the stream, which are basically the like, you know. I'm not going to go on the Discord to say that I'm live. I'm just going to go on Twitter and get the show rolling. So a couple of you guys are here, and I'm grateful for you. So there, I don't want to be delaying this farther. On that note, let's go and look at the market, dudes. I had XRP open. I was really looking at XRP today. There's some plays that I couldn't take. I was gonna take last night. I couldn't take them. Something came along. You know, I was asleep. I was looking at the market until really late, and I woke up really early. And dude, you know, it was more or less the same where I left off. So. Wasn't too bad, but I was really wanting to take some plays. Anyways, what's happening with market? Look, market cap, right? We're calling for the bearish divergence, action to downside. We moved down yesterday. Money flew out of the cryptosphere, right? We did bounce back up, which is good, right? Bullishly pushing back up. Approximately $7.86 billion going out today. $4.09 billion going out. So on that note, not a lot going on. Sitting at $524.15 billion. It is Monday. This candle just opened. This was Sunday, so this is Monday, right? The 23rd. Market's already ahead of us, right? A couple hours. So we still have 20 hours and 54 minutes to go for the market to of tomorrow's day, right? So from Monday to like keep on moving. But where can we go with market cap? Well, if the bearish divergence does kick in, we'll keep looking for a move down to the 20. That will put market cap at around $468 billion. So it'll be a big chunk that we could be dropping. I hope that is not the case. I hope we start a flag here, consolidate, and then move up again. Crypto in general is still extremely bullish. No one's doing anything that is bearish right now that we should be concerned about. I mean, bearishness can kick in at any time, but right now we're not at that point where we should be super concerned, I think. Most of the stuff has been consolidating. We've moved down, we've pushed back up, so it's okay. What's happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday it gained a little bit, not too much. Actually 0%. And today 0.42% to downside. So sitting at 64.51% market cap. Where's Bitcoin at 18,000? Look at this. $18,231 on the Coinbase chart, which is where we have charted or a parabolic run. And we're coming back down, kind of touching it. If we adjust this a little bit more, we could say that we're touching it, right? We'll just be having a little bit outside there. Much rather bias ourselves that slightly more movement to the downside and say we haven't touched it, and we're just starting to consolidate on Bitcoin. Anyways, Bitcoin at 18,227 on this other chart here. And this is one we looked at for resistances. What happened? We had the bearish divergence. We were talking about that yesterday. We moved down. Where to? Support. We called 17,781 as one of the potential targets, and then if we broke there, we'd have 17,225 to look forward to. So we knew there was a chance that if we moved down, we're going to try to find support there. I think Steve asked the question, like, you know, how much could we drop? The target was 17,781. Probably a 20 and short time scale, so we'll see whether or not we respected that. But at least on the daily, we did manage to hold on to that support. We did pump back up. Right now, moving down. Again, I'm not worried. We're flagging. We talked about consolidation needing to happen. Before I move on to the daily, we're going to look at the weekly. Before I move on to the 4-hour, we're going to move on to the weekly. And we're still overbought at 75.49. So what's happening with the weekly on Bitcoin, right? Last week was extremely bullish, right? The one we just closed, the week of November 16th, as you can tell, we went higher. Right now, the week of November 23rd, which is the one that's starting right now, moving down slightly. So I'm not too worried about this yet. Ignore all this stuff. It's from the smaller time scales. It just looks dirty because I just don't anchor. I just anchor to the daily, the 4-hour, and the 1 hour. I don't care if it shows up on the weekly. I rarely look at the weekly for many things. So what was happening with Bitcoin, right? On the 4-hour. We're live here probably? No, here. You know, we're undecided. We're trying to go up slightly. We had the bearish divergence. We knew we could move down. That was one of the possibilities. In any case, if you want to say, look, you know, you could track that onto there slightly higher, right? And on that, we created the bearish divergence. Still started to make this yellow. You might wonder why this is in orange. When I'm off the air, sometimes I tend to chart in orange. That way we know what we talked about on the stream, and sometimes it makes it easier to track. But today I did chart a lot of stuff in yellow off the air. I was just basically looking at the charts throughout the day. Anyways, we had the bearish divergence. We broke down. I wasn't looking at Bitcoin too much. I was looking more like at XRP. So we broke downward to support again, right? We did break below the 20. We tried to get above it. Right now, we closed at it on the last 4-hour candle. Right now, we're moving below. That's not good. We want to get above that. This move below could get us again to 17,781. You know, we could even close here, right at 17,781, and then go slightly lower like that, and then create some maybe strong bullish divergence, which is what I would be guessing is what the market wants to kind of make before we actually pop. It would make sense. We would be doing it as support. Could get us to that 19,400 area, right, on that bullish divergence. So it could be a good move, right? Not necessarily because we move down, it has to be a bad indicator. I would be worried if we break below 17,781 and we don't confirm getting above it again, so then we could be really looking for a retest of 17,000 or 16,000, right? And then we could start looking for more stuff to the downside. But right now it's okay. I'm not worried. Like I said, waiting for things to happen. 1 hour might have a better clue, or could give us a better clue as to what could be in store for us. So let's go check the 1 hour chart. Again, neutral right now on the RSI, 51.49 on Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. The 1 hour chart, you're gonna wonder why this is in a couple of 1 hour charts, and I'll tell you. This actually comes from shorter time scales. I think it's a 15-minute where I placed it, and it was a 15-minute or the half hour. I can't remember, so I'll just go to the half hour real quick. I was doing something on in the day today, and or was it in the 1 hour that I placed it? I can't remember where I placed it, but a lot of crypto had this same move, this same candle. Right, they all synced up for that. Hey, Mr. Bimbo, how's it going, man? Good evening. Thank you for being here. A lot of crypto had the same candle, right? So they all came down to 20. Bitcoin bounced. XRP tried to bounce, stay below 20, I think, and then Ethereum also did the same move. I pointed on each one because they all had the same candle. And then Bitcoin dropped farther still, and right now it's trying to recover. Now, do we have something here? High, low, positive, less positive, right? You can tell, oh, dude, I'm going to have to actually look at this. 51.38, 48. So, yeah, it is slightly less. So, high, low, positive, less positive. That's fine there. There's nothing wrong with that. High, low, right? Everything's good. There's nothing bearish. Now, do we create something bullish? No, we came down too quick. We take a bounce, right? It looks like a V bounce. And now we're pushing back down. So, low, lower, negative, more negative, low on the other side to lower point, right? From back here, we would have something, right? And that would mean that this, right, which saw us bounce a little bit, right, as we were talking about yesterday. We were here live. I might have even had part of this candle live. But we knew we had this, and look at that. That tracks onto there, right? This is way lower. This is almost at the line. This is higher. And that would mean that this would still come into play here, right? But this one that we have here, right, we should go from here to here, right? Because this is all one island, right? We can anchor to any point, or the highest point on that island, or lowest point on that island, thus creating that hidden bullish divergence for price action to the upside. So again, we had near support. That's what prompted us to pop and bounce, and that's great. High, low, even from here, right? High, low. There's nothing bearish. There's really nothing that should say that this move can be reversed, because there's nothing for this move to happen. The only thing we have is this old bearish divergence back here. But we did, again, find that support to get us to bounce, get above the 20 right now. We're losing it, but we don't have anything bearish, right? So, again, we're just waiting for things to cool down. We're still consolidating again. Like we said yesterday, we're going to consolidate. And we've been calling for consolidation for a while. So it's okay. I'm not super worried about my Bitcoin holdings. I'm not worried about my Ethereum holdings or my XRP holdings or any of my holdings right now. XRP, I tried to make some plays, but I wasn't awake by the time the market did the moves. And I'll talk about that once I get to XRP. But let's go check out Ethereum real quick, and then let's move on to XRP. Ethereum, what's going on with Ethereum? Again, breaking out, staying above that 547. Still managed to close green, but look at that. We pulled back down, and we got very, very close to that 507 mark. We did drop all the way to 511. So, like, $4 off. Hey, that's fair enough when we're talking about the hundreds, right? Like 500, it's like 1%, maybe, right? So it's not that bad to be $4 off, less than 1%. So what's going on here? High, higher, positive, more positive, high on the other side to a higher point. Overbought at 76.37. There's really not a lot going on. That is bearish right now. And that is good. Now, the only thing that we could do is if we look way back here and say, look, you're way down here and you're going way higher and you're coming from a high to a lower point, thus creating strong bearish divergence. Yeah, but for me, that would be taking way too much data into account. That's way too many days. We're looking at prices of August. And for this, for the RSI, we're looking at the 14 time period, right? So, look at 14 time periods. That means the prior 14 days that we're considering for the RSI. So, anything farther back has a lesser chance of playing. Just remember, there is that bearish divergence if you want to talk about that. It will go over data. I'll just point it out, highlight it real quick. From there to there, and then from here to here. I'm not going to leave those up. I don't believe it's going to be the case that this could bring us down. There could be something on the 1 hour that could provide a little bit more, how can I say this? It could provide a little bit more evidence for a move to happen, right? Or a move not to happen. So on that note, I'm going to go and check out the, sorry guys. Yeah, my kids were playing with some of my things in the office and I think they actually messed one of the things up, so. The 1 hour chart. What's going on there, dude? Let's check this out. Sorry, 4 hour chart. So on the 4 hour, right? Look, we had the bearish divergence. We moved down, found support, take the bounce. Awesome. We said, look, high, higher, positive, more positive, high on their side to a higher point. There was nothing bearish, right? We said we could even go for a bounce. We came down, took that nice bounce. So great. I think last night we were here on these candles, right? Breaking below this area. That's fine. We broke down support, right? We said, look, we have a lot of support. 507, the 20s there, right? We talked about those. Facts, and on that we took this small bounce here, right? And that is good stuff. So this new bounce is providing some support for sorry guys, here it is. I couldn't see the video. I wasn't sure how live I was, but I am live. Am I up to? Yeah, I'm live. Awesome. Great. Awesome. So there we go, and then here we're coming slightly lower, right? And look at that, here we're also coming lower, thus creating that strong bearish divergence while we're being overbought. And that's what's pushing us down slightly. Again, that movement down got us to retest that 457, or very close to it. Right now, we're hitting the low of 549, so $2 off, right? Not a lot. And we're rejecting lower prices, which is okay. Now, on that note, again, not super worried. We're bought at 68.64. We can still come down here to the neutral zone before we bounce. That would mean that Ethereum can probably, Ethereum could get to 547 again. There's really nothing bullish to call here. Low, higher, low, right, higher, low, negative, positive, low, high, right. Everything's good. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. That's why I said there's not a lot of stuff that are like super bearish right now. So here's XRP. As you can tell, here's Ethereum, and here's also that down candle that I poked, right? So again, same move. Oh, they all went down at the same time, and then this also followed Bitcoin, right? So Ethereum is by the time I noticed that I was charting in yellow. And there was a lot of stuff that I had done already, so I'm going to be changing this, and I'll explain you what happened after we left, because this is basically everything that I'm changing, right? I do try to keep it as fair as possible, and that way I don't come in and say, haha, I told you so, right? So as you can tell, I changed this one because we were in live at like 1 p.m. today, and also we were in live at 6 a.m. today, right? So look, we had this, we had the bearish divergence. That's the last thing we called. We were live here around these candles, getting below that 547. We did move down. That's awesome. What happened? We created hidden bullish, right? So we went from a low to a higher low, creating more negative momentum and going lower on the other side. And that was great. That got us to pop. Now, what happened with that pop? We went higher. Actually, we went slightly higher by the time this finished, but I just didn't adjust all the way up here. So what's happening on this movement higher? That's fine. Here on the MACD, we're going higher, and that's awesome. But here on the RSI, we're mentioned to come lower, thus creating strong bearish divergence and potential for action to downside. That's what moved us down to find support here. We actually bounced at the 20 on the 1 hour chart, right? So we got very, very close to that 547. We took the bounce at the 20. The 20 here was at 549.29, and the bounce we got, the lowest point was 549.99. We could say by all means that we bounced at the 20, and now we're trying to go higher. So negative, low, higher, low, negative, less negative momentum, low, high, neutral at 58.48, and that's it. So again, we don't have anything else that's bullish. Last thing we had is this hidden bullish. Now we have this strong bearish. What could happen? Well, we could still try to go on a bounce here on rejection of lower prices and bouncing at the 20. That could try to get us higher, right? If we fail to go higher than this high here at 574, I think it is, 574.79. If we fail to go higher than that, the market would interpret that as bearishness. This will still kick in, and we get continuation to the downside again, or expect another downwards motion. Oh, again, with that said, that is it. There's really not a lot going on right now, short term. For moves, there's nothing bullish. Again, the last thing we have is this bearish, which came into play, we could even say, at 4 p.m., right? If I drag that onto there, still comes into play at 4 p.m. So right now, we're just waiting for the bounce and to determine where it wants to go. Right now, still pushing higher, so at 565 for Ethereum, and that is awesome. Let's go check out XRP. Again, if you guys have any questions or any coins you want me to look at, let me know on the Discord or in the chat, and I'll check them out. I don't think there's anything on the Discord, or there might have been something on Discord. Can I look at NMR? Oh, Andrew did say something. Awesome. Yeah, sure. Andrew asked for NMR. So we'll look at NMR. Great stuff, dude. XRP again, right? Look at that candle. Same candle that Bitcoin had right now, popping back up, right? What should we look forward to this week? XLM? That's a good question, Mr. Bean. But we'll talk about that once we get to XLM. But I'll write XLM here so we can look at it, right? And then we'll talk about what could happen on the week. So when I go through the projects and I tell you more or less what you should be expecting to see, upside and downside, it's in case either or kicks in, right? And it happened yesterday. Look, for XRP, we were here last night. Right, so sorry, or we're somewhere around here. I think here, maybe. Yeah, it was 11 p.m. We're calling this hidden bullish, right? And look, we managed to pop, right? Where do we pop? To the 47.56, which was one of the supports. Then where do we break down to? Look at that breakdown, all the way down to that 40-cent mark. Then we found support, and then we pop back up, and then we pump back up here, and then we're moving down. And we'll talk about what happened here. Again, this is in yellow. It was one I was charting earlier on today. And I'll talk about that in a second, and we'll talk about the other stuff also that's happening, right? But what happened with XRP? Look at this, beautiful, man. All right, last night we managed to become kings. We came all the way up here to almost 50 cents. We rejected hardcore, dude. We went down to 40 cents, right? So from almost 50 cents to 40 cents, a 10-cent move intraday. It's a very interesting opportunity for scalping and getting some good stuff going on. We did push back up bullishly, and right now we're still bullish enough to try to rally. We just happened to hit resistance at 45.831, and as we can look here, the highest we've made is 45.713. So very, very close. Again, we're within that fractions of a cent. So what's going on here? Right on. We don't have anything on the daily because we just went parabolic, right? We went way higher, more positive, higher on the RSI. Everything's good. Everything's golden. Now, stuff that could happen. We're still going slightly higher, and here we're lower, right, on the price action. So we could try to target this as a move. But again, this still has 20 hours to go. So I doubt that this is going to be kicking in if XRP manages to pump more, right? So that's one of the things I'm looking at. So, but again, just look at that and then look at that move, right? So hidden bearish, that would be the case here. Like I said, I don't think it's going to kick in. So I will very likely just delete this because I do believe this still has power to go to the 50-cent mark. And it's going to be a lot of hype here on Monday or tomorrow morning. By the time the markets open in the U.S. and when Europe comes online in a couple hours, might still see this go with strength because Asia came in like 2 hours ago or right now, and depending on where in Asia they're coming in live, so we're seeing these opening bullish, and that is good stuff, right? So, anyways, that is it here on the daily. We're sitting here right now overbought at 85.26. I'm worried that if this gets to this high, we might still be lower here on the RSI, and we might create some strong bearish divergence. But that'll be determined later on today, and I'll post it on the Discord if I'm noticing something like that. Maybe by the time we're about to finish, or maybe tomorrow we'll notice. But let's go to the 4-hour chart. What's going on here? Look, I was looking at this. Bearish divergence. We talked about that yesterday, right? Potential action to the downside. We moved down. We talked about targets. Like this happened, right? Then we bounced. Then we talked about this potential move. And look again, this move. This move was insane, right? That's the almost 10-cent move. This move was also an insane move. It went all the way from 47 cents all the way down to 40 cents and then pumped back up. So this is also a wild move where you could be taking nice profits if you can read the market in shorter time scales. You can sell and buy back in. Again, this happened at 3 in the morning, 3:30 or 3:45 in the morning. I was just fast asleep by the time. But I did try to stay up until 2:30, almost 3 in the morning, watching for the move. I was waiting for the pop to happen. We didn't get it, and then we got that massive drop. And this drop was like around 4 or 5 in the morning, and I was not able to catch this move. And this is the candle I was waiting to play. So I wasn't able to play it. When I came back up, or when I was awake, I woke up late, so I woke up around 10. And this was already starting to shift back up, and it was more or less where we left off, so I wasn't too worried about it. Anyways, we have bearish divergence, so price action to downside. Here we got the candle down. Right now we're trying to recover, like we said, heading for that 45.831. There's really not a lot going on since then. Just sitting bought at 70 points at 27 on the RSI, and that's it. That's just it for XRP right now. Where can we go? If we go higher, well, again, immediate resistance at 45.831. We could be trying to go up here again at 47.546. But if we reject this area consistently, we might be trying to move down. Not sure we're going to head to that 40 cent area, right? There was a lot of questions last night. I can't remember who was asking them. There were a couple of guys asking. And again, you guys are new, so I'm not like Andrew, Steve. They come here almost they come here every day almost. And then also Bitcoin J comes here every day. So, when they ask stuff, I remember that they asked. But we got so many new people yesterday. Thank you all for subscribing, by the way. We had like 9 people subscribe last night. My channel grew like insanely. Like, it was so cool, man. In the stream, like 7 people subscribed, and then post-stream, like 3 more people saw it. It was so awesome. Thank you all for doing that and wanting to be part of this community. So right now, we get the move, right? Like I said, we could move down. I'm not sure 40 cents will be the target. We could do that move again. We've done it without problem because there's really not a lot of resistance here. But we could say that we might have manufactured some support around this area, right? Because look, it's very close to where this opened, or this closed actually. Look at that, right? And this candle opened. And it's very, very close to where this candle closed and this opened. So again, this 42 cent area, I'll just do this right now though. I'm going to call this a potential area of support that we just manufactured. We didn't have it last night. I'll even put a small arrow here and say it's new. All right, that way we'll keep track of this. We'll write a note here that says new support. There we go. All right. So again, cool stuff there, right? New support. That. So that's what I'm hoping, that we might find support if we move down now, right? We just seem to have established this area as a small zone of support. Who knows? It might hold, it might not hold, right? It's just one of those things that I'm hoping it will hold because we seem to have settled here, right? And we seem to have settled here as well. So again, it could be that area. On that note, that's it. There's really not a lot going on here on the 4 hour. So let's go to the 1 hour chart. And it remained the note. Right, and look at that, right? It's almost spot on here and almost spot on here. And here support, and then here support, right? So we could, and then here support as well, right? So we could say that this 42.701, it is a new support. At least in the 1 hour seems to be playing. Again, what happened last night? We were here, 11. I think this is the last thing I called it before we went off the air. We're looking for this bullish divergence, right? So hidden bullish that we had against the MACD, and we're just developing this, right? Look at this. This kept on developing, and this kept on tracking, and I will talk about that in a second. But look, we created this hidden bullish. I was waiting for this move to happen. It wasn't happening too violent. Again, this is 3 in the morning. That move happened like at 3:45. I was asleep because I looked, and this is at 5 in the morning, right? I told you guys that move. This is what I was waiting for to happen, but I just wasn't able to play it. So again, this bullish divergence, I was expecting to get a retest right off this area, which we didn't get here by 2 in the morning, and I still was looking at 2 in the morning. And then 3 in the morning, I was moving down, finding support here at the 20, open here. It was okay. It wasn't too crazy, but, we did move up, and that was the good stuff. But what happened when we moved up? We created strong bearish divergence. Look at that. We're going from positive to negative, right, as we're coming higher, and from a high point to a lower point here on the RSI. Now, what I'm telling you guys here that we should be looking for is, look at that, right? Again, this is higher, this is lower, so high, low, negative or negative, low on the RSI to lower point. We don't have anything on the short term. But if we come from back here, because this is all one island, I can anchor from here to here, right? It's if I would have just shifted that to there. I just want to leave this here because he did play to the upside nicely. And we called it live. And now, look, we moved down. We created this hidden bullish again, and it's popping us up. And we had this new support that we manufactured right back here, we did drop, but we managed to push back up and close above that support. Then the 20 became resistance slightly, right? We felt the drop lower than the previous low. Does interpret that as being bullish in continuation, and then we continue to the upside. Now, on this last leg, high, higher high, we're coming here from a high point on the RSI to a lower point, creating strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside, and then we broke down. And this was by 2 p.m. or so. And I was out to lunch with the family. It was all good, you know. I was like seeing this popping up. I was like super excited. I thought we were gonna break and go for that 50-cent area again. We didn't. We just got to a high of 48.5 cents. It was okay. Then by the time I got home, the market was starting to move down, and I didn't remember this candle because I got home. I sat in the computer. My kid said, "Can we play with some Legos?" And he still left some like Lego figurines here that we were making, like small fighting robots, you know, whatever. So we started to play with Legos, and by the time I looked, this was like right as 5 p.m. came in. It was like within the first 15 minutes we got most of this drop. So I was like super upset that I wasn't here to catch it. Because I was looking for an out, and it would have been a good out here to get back in. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, life comes in, life comes through, and, you know, you have a kid, you gotta play with him. I cannot be looking at the charts all day, unfortunately. And, you know, it wasn't such a huge move that I don't regret taking it. I regret not taking this one back here, or this one here, right? This move, the 2 in the morning one. But this one, it wasn't so big. Look at that right now. We're facing that. We're sitting at, you know, we have that resistance at 45,831. We're sitting at 45,800. So, again, right at resistance. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI to a lower point. Great stuff, dude. We just developed some hidden bullish. Great, man. Great, great. Oh, the greatness. From here to here. Awesome stuff. So again, that new rally happening. That's great. We're still below 20, right? We just opened this candle below 20. We haven't confirmed closing above the 20. Waiting for this candle to close. That's going to give us a good clue. If we close above the 20, we can try to push back farther up and still run slightly more. Now, let's go to the 30-minute. I rarely go to the 30-minute and the 15-minute. I'll do it today. This was stuff that I was looking at intraday today, right? Right as I left for lunch. That's why these things are up here. And then when I came back, you know, and this move, like I said, right at 5 p.m., that first half hour, because it will be 5:30, and like I told you, it was the first 15 minutes. I was looking at the market like crazy today. So last night we left off here at 6 p.m., right? We moved down, we created this hidden bullish, right? By the time we were live, we were somewhere around here. We're getting that pop happening. That's awesome, right? Not a lot going on. We created again some hidden bullish here. We get that nice pop, and then from here to here we're going much higher. We did pull back down. We did manage to still settle higher than we were previously. So I'll just go there. We'll just go there. And, you know, this might be from the 15-minute chart, I think. Yeah, it could be from the 15-minute, and I just forgot to anchor it there. And this would also seem to be from the 15-minute because it makes no sense where they're floating at. This is also from the 15-minute. Again, sorry guys, I was charting a lot today, and I just hate it when the charts get dirty, right? So yeah, we're on XRP right now. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me and sticking with me. So what's going on here? We created this bearishness. This might be from the 15-minute as well, I think. Yeah, it's from the 15-minute because it has no pair. That's how I know. And then this also from the 15-minute. There's so much stuff from the 15-minute, man. I wasn't looking too much at I looked at the 30-minute briefly, I guess, but there wasn't not a lot going on, right? We had this hidden bullish. We rallied. High, higher, high, positive, more positive, high on the RSI to a higher point. There's nothing here. Then we move down, right? So low, higher, low, negative. We did create something, but I wasn't looking at this at 6:30, so that's fine. And then we created slightly more negative. So hidden bullish divergence, and we're getting that pop to happening. Hitting that 20, we're trying to get above it right now, which is good. And we also have that hidden bullish divergence here on the RSI. And with that, we're neutral at 54.45. Let's go check out the 15-minute XRP. Figure out what's going on here. So again, I think we might have left off. No, yeah, 730, right? So we had this bullish divergence. We took that rally, we dropped. We felt to drop lower than the previous low, right? Remember how I said that? Felt to drop lower than this. Interpret that as being bullish and continue, and we continued. We went higher. It was 3:45 in the morning. Look, that candle that I couldn't catch, or that move that I couldn't catch. 3:30, 3:45, and then it dropped by 5:45 in the morning. And this candle here over here that I told you I couldn't catch was the 5 p.m. candle. And then by 5:15. This was starting to pop back up. We did move slightly down, but we were creating this divergence. By that time, I had already corrected my color scheme, so we find this to be in yellow. And with that, we know that we've talked about everything. So what happened here again? High, higher, high. Right, this managed to go higher still. But we were coming lower, right? So that will go onto there. That will just go onto there. That's all good, man. Awesome stuff. This is probably from the 30-minute, and I just forgot to anchor it there. Yeah, see, dude, if I don't anchor properly, it just becomes the charts become a mess. Sorry about the cleanup, guys. You know, rather do it right now and you know, then be messing with it later on. It could become extremely messy if we don't do this. We don't adjust this as it happens, right? So it's from 30 minutes as well. I know, because don't match where things are at, right? So we came higher here. Short term, we also came higher. We were creating bearish divergence. This was at 2 p.m. We were like just about to leave, and I was like wondering whether or not this was going to kick in. The move was to the 20 to try to find support. We did find support there. We tried to bounce, failed. Then we dropped lower. So again, sad about that happening. You know, we created the hidden bullish again, taking that small pop, failing to go higher, right? Rejecting, coming slightly lower, and creating strong bullish against the RSI. We could adjust here and said, look, we could go from here to here. And on the we're on the 15-minute chart now. Here, so we'll adjust that. And we'll be coming from here to slightly more negative to here, and still say we have hidden bullish against the RSI and strong bullish against the RSI. And with that, we took that pop, hit the 20. Again, remember, we always target the 20 after a move on divergence. We did hit the 20. We rejected, fell to drop lower than the previous low, and then that continuation of the bullishness, right? Strong bullish or the hidden bullish, if you will, on the RSI or the MACD, depending on what you're looking at. And then we're taking that new rally and hitting the top part of the Bollinger Bands right now, above the 20, which is good. Where can we go? 46 cents, dude. Again, it wouldn't be weird if we expanded this and exploded and managed to go higher again and try to target that 50 cent, 45 cent, 48 cent area, right? So again, XRP still playing beautifully to the upside. We already know where we could go, right? Look, we're breaking above the resistance at 45.831. So it could be targeting that 47.546 or even 48 or 50 cents. We haven't closed above 47.546, so I would wait for this to move above that area before I make a call. Some of you guys asked for an in last night. I said, look, you just gotta wait for this to happen, right? You gotta wait for that drop. And I think it might have been you, Jaime Fabella. I think you asked me about an in, whether or not it was a good time to go in on XRP. I told you wait for that move down, and this would have been a good move down, right? Because this happened at 5 in the morning. If you could have caught an in here, right, it could have been a good in. Remember, I said below the 20. Wait for us to be below the 20. That would be a good in. And then you could have taken that nice right to the upside. Right now, you still be good. If you want to take it an in below 20, right, on any of these candles here, they all would have been good for an in. So on that note, that is it for XRP, man. I want to go check out Litecoin. What is going on with the Litecoin, dude, on the daily? Litecoin is still coming up higher, right? So higher high, more positive, and higher on the RSI. So that's all good. Right now, sitting bought at 70.56. That's it. There's really nothing going on here. We're broke below a fib node, right? We're retracing a little bit, breaking below that 50% retrace on the fibs. Right now, trying to go up slightly, and that's all good. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, man. On the 4-hour chart, bros. Make sure everything's good with the stream. I haven't muted myself accidentally like sometimes I do. By the way, guys, if you like what we do, hit the like that bell, that sub. What's going on here, right? We're coming to a higher high. Bearish divergence. Again, I was charting, I was looking at some charts today, right? So I think everything that I have here was until the time we were live. So here we're looking for this hidden bullish to come into play, right? Which we obviously didn't get because we just kept on dropping. So that's fine. We'll just get rid of this stuff. Again, this just didn't happen, and that's okay. That's why we keep on tracking stuff, right, and seeing how it's going to develop. We had the bearish divergence. We broke down on that below 20. We're taking a bounce. That's great. Now, did we create something? Yeah. I'm going to ignore an island because I'm going to choose to ignore it. We go from here to here. I'm gonna ignore this slight negative momentum on this one sold bar and go there and say that we're creating some hidden bullish and getting that price action to go up. Now I'll just get anchored this in the 4 hour, man. I forgot to do that. Come on, play along, dudes. There we go. Here we go as well, right? Like 4 hour, great stuff going on, dudes. So how's y'all weekend, dude? Were you guys looking at the charts like crazy, or were you just like able to chill and have a good time? Because for me, it's been a day that I've been looking at the charts like I haven't done in a long time. Although we just moved barely throughout the day, there have been some wild moves. And that's just basically what I'm looking out for, right? Try to come into play with some of those. So again, look, we created some hidden bearish from here as well, right? Sorry, hidden bullish. So that's where we're getting the small pop. Right now we're rejecting going higher, fighting with that 20. Let's see if we manage to try to go higher than this previous high. If we don't get higher than this previous high, again, interpret it as being bearish and then continue to the downside, right? Neutral at 56.87 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. And again, look, this candle, right? All crypto dropped on this candle, or most of the main cryptos dropped on this candle. Look, Litecoin had the same move, just didn't recover as well as Bitcoin or XRP or Ethereum, right? And then also the next candle was also red to the downside. That means that, like, Bitcoin moved and everyone else kind of followed suit, like I said it would happen yesterday, right? Again, we wait for Bitcoin to move sometimes. If Bitcoin remains steady is when it gives altcoins a chance to, like, move a little bit more independently and try to do their thing. But when, Bitcoin is not playing ball and it moves, it tends to move the whole market along with it, right? So here's when Bitcoin also moved and everyone else moved along. So again, we had the bearish divergence, right? We were looking at that last night. We broke down since. That's awesome. Low, lower low, negative, more negative, low on the RSI to lower point. Nothing bullish. Again, popping a little bit, maybe following Bitcoin with Litecoin. High, low, right? This is 28. This is 29. Oh, slightly higher. Damn. Surprise. Now, I'm going to anchor from here, right? But it would be the same as if I was anchoring from back here, because this is one island, and then I'll just go from here to here, slightly higher. I'll just this one slightly lower, and this is slightly higher, right? Some hidden bearish, dude. And that's probably why we broke down here. So again, I wasn't really expecting to see that, because this looked like it might have been slightly lower, but now with plumb inspection, 0.28 here, here's 0.29, so slightly higher, so slightly more positive momentum as we're coming lower. Hidden bearish broke down, low, high, negative, less negative, low on the other side to a higher point. Neutral at 49.67. Again, not super worried about Litecoin yet. Let's go check out Binance. What is going on with the Binance, man? Binance on the daily to begin with. Come on, there we go. Oh, we are there. Great. We had the bearish divergence. We moved down yesterday. Pull back up again, just like the rest of crypto, and trying to recover. Sitting at $30.46. Not a lot going on. Bought at 61.21 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour, because there's really not a lot going on with Binance here. Bearish divergence, moved down. Bullish divergence, popping us back up again. This is from the 1 hour. I just forgot to anchor that. Oh, dude. Don't you hate it when I forget to anchor? I do. It just makes me work a lot more. This is also on the 1 hour. See, that's why I hate it when I don't anchor properly. But I feel I anchored so many times last night. I thought I anchored everything. Surprise, surprise. Bearish divergence, move down, right? Again, bearish divergence does not mean we got to crash. It just means we're going to move down. We move down, hit that 20, found support and pop. On that pop, we said yesterday that we're coming higher, more positive and higher on their side, so we don't have anything going on there. And then here, shorter scale. Look at this, low, high, right? It's a shorter time frame. Just looking at it like probably less than a day worth of data. Look at that, here to here, and then here to here, right? Strong bearish divergence, action to the downside. We are moving down, or move down slightly. We opened up, still move down, and then we're popping back up. So that's all good, right? The bearish divergence playing. Sitting bought at 61.40. I hope that's gonna be good. And let's go to the 1 hour chart. What happened here? Look, we're looking at bearish divergence within the island, right? Then this, we could even say that we still moved sideways there, slightly higher if we wanted to. Look at that. This that way, right? And go there and go there. So look, strong bearish divergence, action to the downside. We move down. Now, what do we create here? We created magic. Right, so we created some hidden bullish, and it helped us to pop. pop the balloon. 4108, 4157. We don't have it against the RSI. We went against the MACD, and we took that nice pop. On that pop, we went higher, right? Now, look at this. If I go from high to higher, higher, right? Whatever. Or here to here. Here to here. And also here to here, right? So I'm going from one island to the next island, right? The way we want to anchor this stuff. This is just line divergence, right? We're anchoring to nothing. From positive to negative, but we really want to anchor to a new positive momentum island. We're coming in slightly higher here. And we're creating that strong bearish divergence fraction to the downside, and that's why we move down to find support at the 20 and try to take a bounce. That's what we're doing right now. We're trying to like find our middle ground and try to determine whether or not we're going to move up or down. Again, there's really not been a lot of motion happening with a lot of the projects. It's just more or less consolidation happening and trying to determine what we want to do, right? We've seen that with Bitcoin. We've seen that with a lot of projects. It's just the market really, really trying to get an idea as to where we're standing and where we really want to move. So right now I'm not super scared, like I said, for the market. I'm just waiting for some stuff to happen. Again, let me go here back to Bitcoin again. You see this Bitcoin action? How it's just within, we can look at the daily, but we call for consolidation way up here, right? We did pop slightly, but you know, we're still consolidating. If you come to this area again, it's not the best looking consolidation. And this would look bad, right? Look, we're coming way up high. We're still creating bearish divergence. Could be talking about a potential crash. I don't think it's going to be the case yet, right? I hope I don't wake up to a bad surprise. But look, Bitcoin's still pushing back up today. And I think when we opened and we were looking at this chart, we might have been slightly lower. But again, crypto is just trying to find a middle ground here where we're at right now. Let's see if we can find that and see where we want to go. There are two requests for NMR and XLM. Steve, no, Steve, you haven't requested anything. I know you like ADA, dude. I'll just write it down right now. And then, Andrew, I don't think you're live, bro. So I will do an NMR to the dollar like you requested, but I'm going to do it after I do XLM. Because we do have people live that requested that, right? So XLM for Mr. Bimbo. Mr. Bimbo. Check out XLM, dude. By the way, right now I should be doing DVT. I'll just look at it real quick and see where it's at. 2 sats. Wow, not liking that very much. Well, I'll come back to that. ADA is your permanent choice. I know, dude. I know. Until you find a new permanent. But I'll go back to DVT in a bit. I haven't looked at RSR all day, dude. I'm probably thinking of bidding again. Let's go to XLM. Stay on target. Focus. Focus. Right, so on the daily, right? We called this bullishness. We took that nice pop. There was nothing for us to call here because we were coming insanely high. Right, the day is cool. We just pull back down with the rest of crypto. Right now we're popping back up. That's awesome. Sitting at 10.66 cents, man. Steve saying, never. I'm part of the cult. Okay. As long as you're part of a cult and not of the occult, that's good. Coming lower, right? Lower on the RSI. You know, it's all good. I mean, here, the only thing, again, it will just be like the observation I think I made with XRP. I can't remember which coin. Going there and then going there, right? That would be hidden bearish. I don't think that's going to kick in still. We have a lot of hours to go. In the day right now, we're getting to the highest point we've made today, right? Look, how do you know? You look here. It says open, high, right? You look at the high and it's the highest point, 1066, and then you confirm that by looking at here. Say, oh, 1065, so slightly lower, man. Not too much, but you know, it is where it's at, and you can look at this and look at the closing, right? And if they match, then you're at your highest high. We're slightly below, but almost negligible, right? It is like 0.001 cent. So yeah, you know, that's it. Let's go to the 4 hour. Right, so we had this bullish divergence. We rallied. That was nice. High, higher, high. Positive, more positive. High on our side to a higher point. Nothing bearish here, right? High, higher still on this last leg. And then here, high, lower high. Positive was positive. High on our side to lower point. Nothing bearish. Again, we're just probably moving down and consolidating a little bit. Don't like the way that we're consolidating here. I don't like the fact that this is failing to go higher than this previous high. Again, that could be interpreted as bearishness. But we're trying to recover right now. If this fails to get higher than this, I will start to get a little bit worried of a potential movement down. A move down would get us to a 20. That 20 being at 9.64. Right now sitting bought at 66.32 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, what do we had? Look, we called this one out. It's the bearish divergence. We were here live. And we dropped still farther down. Oh no! And then, you know, we dropped in, we found some support and we bounced. Why did we bounce? We created something called hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish. What is hidden bullish divergence? Well, it is when this happens. When a mom and dad meet each other, sometimes they go on dates. And when they go on dates, sometimes things don't go well and they end up going their own ways. So this manages that we started up here on a low, and someone's date went on a high, but the other person's date started on a low, and then went to a lower low. That way, we created a diverging part on the on the price action against the oscillator, and we created hidden bullish, and that's where we're taking this nice pop happening here. And with that, we're getting this nice pop to the upside. I gotta look at this here just to make sure we're lower still. Dude, it's very hard to tell. What is this closing at? 1077. And here, we'd open at 1078. It is slightly higher. Okay, there's two ways to view this, right? This is still lower than here, so we don't have anything going on here against this part. So here, we'll be looking at this going slightly higher. As we looked, right, this closed here at 10,775, and this opened at 10,788. So it is slightly higher, but it's so close that you could say it's nothing, right? And the way you could look at this is, well, if you said this is flat line and it just went sideways, then you go from here to a lower point, and then you say that you are creating, you said flat line on the top, we're creating medium bearish divergence for price action to the downside. If you want to be on the side that it's really, really close to numbers, and you want to say, no, it's still higher, it's not a sideways motion because it's not closing out right on the dot, then you technically would say that it's going higher on the price, and then you're anchoring to a lower point on the oscillator, and then you would say that we are creating strong bearish divergence for potential action to the downside. Doesn't matter which one you call it, they both mean action to the downside. Just strong has a higher chance of playing out, medium has a lesser chance, and then weak a much lesser chance. And then we have your hidden divergences, which are like a wild card. So we're coming down, taking that nice pop, right? Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI to, I'm going to have to confirm, 4602, 4670, slightly higher. So I was going to say to a lower point, but no, we don't have anything here. We're just taking the small pop, that's fine, you know. Still failing to go higher on the previous high. Gotta wait for this to really determine what it wants to do, dude. Because right now it doesn't look too clear for XLM on the 1 hour. We had this bearishness, we did move down. We had no reason for this pop. Maybe on the shorter time scale, so I'm not gonna look on the 30-minute. But it could be that we develop something shorter time scales that is getting us to pop, right? Maybe some hidden bullish on the 15 or 30-minute, and then popping from that. Look, I'll just look at the 30-minute. I'm not gonna chart it, but I just want to see low, higher, low, negative, more negative, low on the RSI. Lower point on the RSI, right? This is 41.74. This is 41.66, right? So remember how I said maybe on the shorter time scale we develop something. We do low, high, negative, more negative, low on the RSI, lower point, hidden bullish, right? That's what we popped on the 1 hour. So again, if you cannot find something to tell you why it happened here, there's two things you can do. You go to the higher time scale on the 4 hour. Maybe we're making, or we just following something that happened on a larger time scale, or you go into a shorter time scale to find out why that pop happened, right? So, you know, it's just, you gotta like really look for, like sometimes you gotta hunt for the stuff. I just don't like going into the 30-minute. I don't do like micro trades. I just tend to like set up positions for a longer plays. But no, it is what it is right now. That's it for XLM, dude. Thank you, Mr. Bimbu, for asking. XLM, out of the way, man. Now let's go check out. I'm gonna do RSR first before I do ADA, bro. RSR at 22. Again, more or less flatlining from where we were at last night. Finding resistance at a fib node, right? The 618, like we said we could. But again, we dropped lower. We had this bullish. That's in the 1 hour, though. We'll come back to it. We had the bearish divergence. We moved down on that all the way almost to that 50%, which is okay. We took that nice pop, and that's fine. We don't have a lot going on here. Against the RSI, just against the MACD, bought at 64.41. Yeah, don't worry, Mr. Beam. If you have any other questions, let me know. And that's what we're here for, man. Thanks for asking. Again, thanks for being here. What are we doing here on the 4 hour, right? We had the bearish divergence. We knew we were going to break down. I knew we were going to break down. And I talked about that, and, you know, we broke down. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. We did create some hidden bullish, right? Low, higher low. Negative, more negative. 4 hour, and then the 4 hour here. And against the RSI, we don't have it. We're going higher, right? So we created that hidden bullish. We took that pop, hit the 20, failed to sustain the 20, which is sad. And as we're bringing back down now. Gotta wait to see if this is gonna drop lower than this previous low. If we don't, we could be getting another go at trying to go higher, and then we'll see. But neutral at 51.60. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour. This is what I was looking for, right? This bullish, we popped. That's great. We were live here or here. Right, we're still trying to go, like we gap down on the opening and push back up. That's why this is red, it's a negative, but it still shows up as green. And this also, right, we gap down and we try to pop up. We managed to go lower. Now, did we go lower than the previous low? Yeah, I think almost. I'm not sure. I got open at 2127, 213. Dude, it is very, very slightly higher, man. Oh, dude, why? 27, 26. All right. I'll leave this one here. I'll go from here to here. It will make sense in a second. Oh, it's part of my plan. Here we're at 27,000. Right. I'm calling just the data where there's numbers. So 27, like a couple zeros, and then 27,000, and 26,659. So it is less, right? So we would have strong bullish here, but this that I was going to do in a second applies to the RSI. Look at that. It still comes here lower. So again, hidden bullish. And getting that pop to happen. So we had the hidden bullish and the strong bullish against the MACD. Look at that nice pop. Now, on that pop, we are, by all means, coming higher. Right? So again, this is what it would be just if I was anchored from back here. Right? Like from back here, from way back here. Going like that, right? To a higher point. So high to low, low to high. We're fine here on the RSI. Hidden bearish. Action to the downside. Now we're moving down. Not what we want to see. But here's what's happening. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI to a higher point. Everything's good here. Neutral at 46.12. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, we're failing to drop lower than the previous low. This could be our sign that we could try to go higher, but we're still below the 20 on the 1 hour. You gotta wait for that move above. And right now it gets a little bit tricky because we have the 20 here, and then we have right above it the 618 resistance on the 5 nodes. So waiting for this to finish playing out. Right, I could have sold here up here. Right, I mean I'm getting greedy and I really want to get out here at that 786. So I'm waiting for that. But I would have saved a small 20% drop here, and then I could have taken some nicer gains on this small move to the upside, right? 16 or 10% intraday today. So I wasn't RSR. I don't have a lot of dough there, so I'm not really worried about it, and I'm just letting it play out. So that's it for RSR. Let's go check out Cardano. Cardano for our buddy Steve. Here is Cardano. Oh, Cardano! Hajamati have pumped. Let's go to daily first. Look, in the daily, we're worried about this divergence, right? We obviously managed to take a very nice move to the upside. And we're just kind of getting rid of this, so that's fine. This we had here did pop us down, and then we started rally. And that's awesome, dude. Cardano is behaving extremely well, dude. Steve, I'm happy for you, bro. 12.69 today. 9.63, and still managing to go up on tomorrow's candle already, 3.28. So very nice. High, even from back here, going higher, higher, and higher. Everything's good. Overbought at 79.54. Steve, I'm super excited for you, bro. I hope you got in, you know, back here when we were talking about, like, you know, that move down to the 20. And I hope you played it nice. I know you got part in and you're still left part out. You know, That's it for this. There's really nothing on the daily to call here. It's just freaking sitting at 15 cents, dude. Like 2 days ago, 2 days ago, or 2 days ago from today, right? So 2 days ago, it was sitting at like 10 cents. So over like 3 days, you could have gotten 50% return on your dough. Good stuff happening for Cardano. What do we have here? We're here last night, so we had the bearish divergence. We moved down on that. Right, that was a move. We called for a move down. We moved down. Great. Now, what's happening? We're near that 786. We are coming up to a higher point, right? And look at this. I'm not sure we're going to have here. 237924. So we don't have it against the RSI. Sorry, against the MACD, but we do have this against the RSI, right? Strong bearish divergence. We can start to see some resistance here. Again, we're trying to retrace on Cardano. Right now we're facing resistance, so that's okay. Or we bought at 82.21. There, we could be getting pullback happening if we fail to get above that, or close above that 14,996 and confirm being outside of this area. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. What's going on here? We had the bearish divergence, right? We moved down on that until like midnight, and then we started to take that nice rally and take that small drop. Why did we drop? We created bearish divergence, right? Look, I'll show you how this played out, because I can do it in a couple parts. So here we're ranking to this point, right, from positive to negative, because we're going to a higher point and we didn't have a positive momentum here, and we're coming lower on the RSI. So we have strong bearish divergence. We knew we were going to move down, so we moved down on that. Now we created some hidden bullish that helped us to pop, right, from here to here. It's on the 1 hour, right? No, I've forgotten to do this. Oh no, ML, dude. There we go, dude. I hate when I have to do a lot of cleanup. Good thing I cut it right now. It's early, not tomorrow. So we're moving higher, right? So this could be a straight line from here to here for the MACD, right, coming all the way to a new positive momentum. But on the RSI, it does make sense to go from here to here and then from here to here, right? It's 2 parts. So again, creating strong bearish divergence, moving down, finding support at 20, taking that new pop. Now what's happening here? High, higher, and then here on the RSI. Seems like we're also coming higher, right? The highest point that we have recently on the RSI is back here. So we're going from high to low, and then here we'll be going from low to high, right? Creating bearish divergence. So again, you know, just watch out for these things. It could still come into play. We did move down slightly, trying to rally. High, lower high, positive, high there, so to lower point again. This bearish divergence that we have could come into play. And right now we're struggling to get above that 1499 area, right? So let's wait and see how it's gonna play out for Cardano. Again, I'm glad for you, Steve. I'm hoping you're taking good profits here, and you know, we just got a massive pullback happening on this candle, right? And right now we're opening red, so we closed below. I think we closed at 14.98 and we're at 14.99. So we closed slightly below, dude. We could say we closed right on the line, and right now it's becoming a battle area on this resistance. So that's fine, dude. It looks really good right now. So we rejected it. We're not dropped to the 20. I would have liked to see the test of the 20 for us to go up with a lot more strength, but we didn't do that, and we're still trying to rally. You know, moving slightly down and then going back up higher would be better, because if you noticed, we can notice this. If we get to the same height here at 1504, right, we're going to be creating bearish divergence medium, and then if we go slightly higher than that, we're going to start creating strong bearish divergence, and that could potentially kick in and move us down. So we could still try to get above this area for a candle, but then we're probably going to have divergence that will start putting or exerting pressure on a move to the downside. So just keep that in mind for your Cardano setups. Andrew, I think you're still not here. You haven't said anything, so I'm going to go do DVT. There's no other requests, and then I'll come back and close with NMR, I guess, if there's nothing else that you guys want to see. You might wonder, why is this already set up and I'm not having to go back and do the MACD and the RSI? I didn't shut down my PC last night. I left it on purpose because I was looking at the market on my phone, and I was like, dude, I don't want to miss this. If this moves, I want to just be able to come back in, sit down, log into the exchange, and make the moves that I wanted to do, right? So that is why everything's still loaded here. So what's going on here? Look, 2.0. Dude, in their day, we dropped to like 1.9 sats. Not good, man. I'm not liking this too much. Low, lower, negative, less negative. Sorry. Low on their side to a higher point, right? Steve, I'm buying 88 since 5 cents. Just keep accumulating small bits every week. That's awesome, bro. Your cost average is good. Some of your money is already doubled in value. That's great. So you're making, just on profits, you're taking 200%. So it's very nice. This is what I'm talking about, right? This move here. Bullish. F. Even from here if you want to. So we popped. Then we came down, pop again. High, higher, positive, and positive. There's no reason for this move down. There's nothing here. But again, it's such a small cap project that anything could happen. Again, this trades against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin remains the same, and this still at 2 sats, look, I'll even show you here this value, right? It's dropped. Yesterday was at 4.4. What? 3.6. What is this sorcery? Now I do want this to go slightly higher. Steve says I'll catch you tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be very, very early. All right, cool, man. Thank you for joining me, though. Thank you for being here. Low, lower. Even from here, right? Look. Low, lower. Negative, less negative. And even here, short term, right? Going flat line here. And then coming in, right? So medium bullish and then strong bull against the RSI and strong bullish against the MACD. So I'm waiting for that to kick in also, and this could bring the rally that we want to see on this project, that I want to see on this project. I do believe it's a good project. They're a good team. Like I said, I'm part of the marketing DAO. I really want to see them do well. What's going on here? Low, lower on the daily, right? Oh no, we're starting to go lower. Then negative, less negative, and low to high on the RSI. So again, strong bullish divergence. This could potentially bring price action to the upside. There's really not a lot of things going on here. The 20, look, someone just put a massive wall here. Like of 116 and 600, so it just becomes a million at 2.4. It's insane. A lot of people, and then after that, it's just nothing, right? So this is just the huge numbers here. If someone removes them, this will become very clear and very easy to get higher. But it's the order book's not that huge right now. Right to the downside, it's weird. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about this. On that note, let's go back here, and that's it for DVT, man. Let's go check out NMR. Have we looked at NMR before? I'm not sure. We haven't looked at NMR. We'll look at NMR. New coin. NMR to the dollar. That was the request. So I'm gonna go check it out against on Coinbase. Right, chart looks okay. Let's go see this, man. What is this doing? Again, new project started in August. At least on this exchange, there's really not a lot of data. Enough for us to do something, but not a lot as I would love to see. At least for supports and resistances. What's going on here? We don't know where we're coming from, but lower, so I cannot find anything bullish here. High, higher, possible positive, high on the other side to a higher point. Again, not a lot of data here. So on the daily, I'm gonna go and move on to the 4 hour because I'm not gonna start looking for stuff that it's not there. Let's see, 4 hours just went insanely high, right? So 6 in the morning took a 32% pump. So there's not gonna be anything here because higher, more positive, and higher on the RSI. Here we might have something. Let's see, 82.61, 82.75, slightly higher still. So I was looking for some kind of bearish divergence here for the movement down. So let's just confirm 82.61, 82.75. We might have something against the 1 hour, but right now it's looking clear here. Let's do this shorter. Lower, negative, more negative. Low on the RSI to lower point. Dude, nothing here. Let's go to the 1 hour. So higher, positive, more positive, high on the RSI. Look, this is it. 8208, 81. This is the move. Right, first there will be one to here, and then there will be one from this previous high to this lower point. And this is the move that we're getting, right? Strong bearish divergence to here, and then you know, we did move down, found support, and then strong bearish divergence there. What support did we find? It's easy. Moving from low to high. And so low, higher, low, negative, more negative, low on their side to lower point. Hidden bullish divergence. Potential action to the upside. Took the small pop. Failed to drop lower than the previous low. And that interpret that as bullish continuation, and we continued higher. That's it. That's where we're moving down. Now we're moving down to the 20 here. Great stuff. Nothing to complain there. Low, high, negative. More negative. Wow, that's good. Let me just confirm against back here. 192423. Yes. Great. Great stuff. All right, so we are developing. I'll just anchor it from this point. That way I'm not going to go over data, but low to high. We're creating a hidden bullish. Again, chance for this to pop slightly more, or at least try to continue its uptrend. That's it, dude. Let's go check out something real quick that we haven't done today. Bitcoin futures. We haven't done that. Bitcoin futures. What is Bitcoin futures doing? Did we create some somewhat gap? I doubt it, dude. So this would have been November the 20th, and this would have been the 23rd. We closed up here, and then we opened slightly lower, but we already wicked up. So whatever small gap we had, we already closed. And right now it looks like we're moving slightly down in the futures. Let's go back to Bitcoin. The Bitcoin trying to recover right still today, so not too bad. Let's go back to XRP again. Let's see how XRP is doing. 46.09 cents. Again, still above that 45.831. Not going higher yet, so I hope it's still a green day. I hope we get to 50 cents today. That's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm also gonna call it a night. Have a long day tomorrow as well. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for coming tonight and liking the show. And I hope you found the content entertaining and educational. And if you did, I hope you like and recommend it to other people. And hit that sub, and you know, in case you haven't subbed. This is State of Crypto. I'm your host Martin. Again, it's a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on this awesome Sunday night. I'll catch you again tomorrow for another edition of State of Crypto. Until then, thank you, Steve, for being here. Thank you, Mr. Bimbu, and thank you, Jaime Favela, for being here.